Hey guys, it's me Alana, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of design aesthetics, and in particular, the Frutiger Aero aesthetic. This unique and nostalgic aesthetic has been making waves online, drawing inspiration from the days of MSN Messenger and Windows Vista. Let's take a closer look. But before we do that, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment what you think of this aesthetic and what you remember from it. Okay, so it's hard to figure out where to begin with this video, to be honest. I'm actually really excited for this video because I find this so interesting, how it only became declared an actual thing a few years ago, but it's been all over my TikTok For You page, and I was like, wait, this is very comforting, and why do I remember half of this? It's only an aesthetic, but this was everywhere. And I mean everywhere, back in the 2000s and early 2010s, and at the time, I bet you barely even realized it. I mean, you probably did, I was only a little kid, so, I remember the stuff, but I didn't recognize it being, a common theme within, advertising and stuff like that. But to start off, let's figure out exactly what Frutiger Aero is. People interpret it in different ways, and there's, sub-aesthetics, if that even makes sense, such as Frutiger Metro, Funky Seasons, and Vector Garden, and there are so many more. But with there being so many sub-aesthetics, whatever you want to say, we could say that this aesthetic was very broad. There really is no actual definition for Frutiger Aero. Still, for me, I identify it as an advertisement design used by pretty much every company back in the 2000s and early 2010s by using things such as pop colors, nature, glassy images, and a lot of aquatic animals for whatever reason. But I think the key was mainly nature. The aesthetic was supposed to portray the future, which is why it worked so well for technology specifically. So much new technology came out during this time, and the aesthetic was trying to make it seem like all this technology was going to make our future bright. It seemed as if there were no flaws in technology at all. Yes, there are benefits to technology, and it's amazing how much it has evolved. But it turned out that WALL-E was more right about the future than the Frutiger Aero aesthetic was. But anyway, the Frutiger Aero was found in 2017 by Sophie Lee and the Consumer Aesthetics Research Institute. The aesthetic was named after Adrian Frutiger, who created the Frutiger fonts. So you know how I said earlier that the main key to attracting everyone into this was nature? Well, this also goes along with humanism, and a simple definition for humanism is a doctrine, attitude, or way of life centered on human interests or values. Most people loved nature, or at least the idea of it, or what these products, or whatever involved in the Frutiger Aero, was going to do to nature. Because to be honest, a lot of these nature photos that attracted us were fake. Most of them were photoshopped in some aspect, whether it was the colors or some of them you could tell it's not real. For example, I don't think this is real, at least, the popular Windows background that everyone had in the 2000s. This is probably the most popular example of the Frutiger Aero. This is the photo that literally represents it all. This is Frutiger Aero in a nutshell. Along with humanism, something called skeuomorphism was also a huge factor in this, and this was used more later on in this era. Skeuomorphism is pretty much virtual things that look realistic / are actually in real life, such as things being glossy or seeming like they are almost popping out at you. This was mostly seen with the old iPhone app logos. So, with that being said, let's look at a few. The Notes app, for example, looked like a real notebook that you would use in real life. The logo today still looks like a notebook, but you could tell it's way more two-dimensional looking and there's less detail involved. The Camera app was also like a close-up of a lens, which the shine on it made it look realistic, and today's is just this. Yeah. Even the YouTube app logo was an old-fashioned TV, which to this day still amazes me because realistically, The TV had nothing to do with the logo or what the app and website actually looked like. It was just based off the idea that you watch different channels and videos. To mention though, the old Mail and Photos apps had Frutiger Aero involved in them. The Mail app had the clouds behind it with the bright blue sky, and the Photos app had the same exact thing with a flower on it. But today, now all of the apps just have like a smooth, flat texture to it, and app designs now are just all about looking virtual instead of having that satisfying realism look to it. Now, here's the more fun part of the video. Here are some specific examples, which I may have shown parts of these already in this video. Here are some examples of Frutiger Aero from back in the day that you probably remember. The Wii home screen and the music that you hear when you turn on your Wii also adds some bonus points because it kind of has that futuristic feel to it. The Xbox home screen. This iPod ad. Samsung Galaxy wallpapers. Those cute soft soaps. This McDonald's ad.
Pick up the exclusive Summer Splash Coke glasses free at McDonald's when you buy a large meal or premium salad.
And honestly, which I know I've shown examples of this in this video already, literally anything Windows from the 2000s. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my little deep dive into the Frutiger Aero aesthetic. If you learned something new, or you were simply satisfied with what was shown in this video, be sure to give this video a like and comment below whatever thoughts or stories you may have that have to do with the Frutiger Aero. But that is it for now, and be sure to subscribe as well. Bye!